Hi, I'm Thelma. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. Today I have for you a Easter wreath made from Dollar Tree merchandise. So without further ado, let's get started. First I'm going to tell you what you're going to need. A 14-inch wire. You're going to need 2 of the blue Easter mesh, the pink, purple, and the mixed colors. And you're going to need 1 Easter bunny. Now if you don't have this one, you can use any kind you want. And if you don't want to do Easter and you want to do spring, just use a spring wall sign. And you can still use the same colors of the mesh for the wreath, or you can use whatever color you want. And you will need 2 rows of each color. And you also need some Easter ribbon, or if you're going to make your spring, some spring ribbon. You will need some scissors, a hot glue gun, glue sticks, one of these cutters, a ruler, maybe some wire cutters, and you will need some chenille stems. So without further ado, let's get started. Let me turn this down so y'all can see. Okay, first get you some chenille stems and cut them. The color really doesn't matter, but cut them down in 3s. Let me get these adjusted up and I'll show you. Make sure they're even on the ends. Just cut into 3s. And then lay them aside. Now you can take whatever color you want to start out with, but save the rainbow, I call it, color for last. Now I always take my end, start with the end here and turn it down, and then just like that. Now take the end and bring it up. That way you don't see all the frays of the mesh. Start on the second one from the end, and right here at the crossing, just do one going in that on this side and then do the other one on this side. And twist it about 2 to 3 times. Make a loop. And again, do it where the ends are showing down. Do it all the way around, and I'll show you what to do once you come back to the end over here, because you're going to use the whole row. And once you get into what you're doing, you'll start flying by. Just at first, you just have to get in the hang of how to do the chenille stem. But anyway, just twist it 2 to 3 times, and I'm almost back to the beginning over here. Now you can also just grab it like this and then put your thumb in there, and there you go. That's faster than if you're getting the hang of it, or if you already know how to do it and you have your own technique, use that. Now you put this one right here over top of this. Now bring your chenille stems up. Grab the other end. Once you find it, bring it up on the other side. There you go, just bring it up. And now tie this one into it. Now, for this, go down. You go from here and go down to the next one right here. And make sure you don't get the chenille stems on the back all tangled, or you might have a mess when it comes to twisting the chenille stem that you're working on. And again, you're still on this one right here. And you continue on going around all the way with each color. And remember, once you get to where you started, you just put one there and then you drape it down. And once you get to the first one that came down from up here, which was this one, you tie it in, and then you take the rest and go down here to the end, to the last wire. And right here where it cuts off, first you take your chenille stem, put it in like that, grab them both. Now take them and twist it one more time around this bottom one. That way it won't move and slide all the way back and forth. And you just tie it in. And it doesn't matter if it comes on the top, because you can always cut the chenille stem off later, or you can use it to put in your ribbon. And do the same thing. a little tricky. Now this section here is, but it's the only one. This row, the last row. Now, we're getting ready to put the last of this row on, and then I'll show you how to tie in the other colors, and then you can just do it the same way all the way around. But you want your wreath to be really full and to where you can't see the wire frames. And just make sure you go down and then back up and twist it once you get a hold of your chenille stem. Okay, just take that apart. Twist this under. And you can actually move the mesh away until you get the chenille stem coming back up, if you can see it better that way. And then just twist it over one more time onto the wire rack. Okay, now I'm going to do the pink next. And what we do is bring it in the same way, twist it, and start right here where the blue ended. You just start right there. And tie it in, and you work your way from the bottom to the top. Make this one a little bit tight because of it being tied into the other one. And you just work going all the way around, and when you get here, you bring yourself up to the center. Okay, we're going to put the purple on next, and we start it right here at the end of the pink one. And I think it's going to be full enough with the purple, and we don't need this one. So go just the pink, blue, and light purple. Now, if you decide you want to put, well, I call it the rainbow one on, the all different color ones, by all means go ahead and put it on. But to start this off, again, just make the ends go down, flip this over, put it right there, get your chenille stem, and put one on each side, going towards the back. And be careful when you go to twist it in the back that you have the right ones. Just move the ones out of the way and tie it. And do this all the way around, and when you come back to this, just work your way down. Okay, this, excuse me, this is what it looks like with one row each of the blue, purple, and pink. And it's pretty full, you can't see through it. Now, before we do anything else, let's just fluff the mesh to cover up the little spots the indents right here. Just fluff it where you can't see it. And then we're going to get ready and do some ribbon. Okay, set this aside, and I'm going to get my ribbon. Okay, I have my ribbon. For the bottom, we're going to have this, the one with the eggs and the Easter bunny and the Easter bunny's feet. For the center, we're going with this, it's like a real light blue, and all these came from the Dollar Tree. And then we're going with the checkered here. And for the narrow ribbon, I have the Happy Easter and the one with the little eggs on it. Now get you some chenille stems. And have them ready, but first let's get our ribbons. Excuse me. Okay, unfold that out. Now let me count and see how many is on this. I think it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we will need to cut out 6 of each one. So we're going with, I'm thinking 8 inches. Let me measure. Okay, go with 8 inches. And do that to all of them, all but the narrow. We'll do the narrow in 10 inches. Okay, now that we have all the ribbon cut, we need to take the ends and make your little V. Go from, fold it from one edge where it's wire to the other edge where it's wire, and then from the corner on the wire side you want to trim it, and this way you get your perfect V right there. And you do that to the other side and to all of them, and then you also do it to the little ones. I'll show you how. Take the little one and fold them. It's a little bit tricky on this because they're so small. But take it. Make sure you have the end that's folded together. Take from the bottom to the top, and there's your perfect little V. Now do that on the other side. Now if you have any questions about how to do this wreath, how to trim the ribbon and all that, any question at all, leave it in the comment. I'll be more than happy to answer and to help you if I can. Alright, so let's get started on this, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, now that we have all of the ribbon cut and the ends trim down into a perfect V, then you're ready to go to the next step. Get 3 chenille stems, fold them in half, because you need 6. Now get the color that's going on first, and then the one in the middle. Straighten it, don't straighten it, but kind of turn it this way, and then the top, crunch it up, it should look like that. Now get 1 each. I have the Happy Easter and the eggs. Make sure that they're facing outward, and then just put them in here. Make sure you cut them down to where they're a little bit longer. See how they hang? Now get your chenille stem, and do it real tight. Twist it about 3 times. Now take it in here to your 2 center ones. Put one on the one side of the chenille stem and the other one on the other. Might be a little tricky, but just work your fingers until you have it. Move the other chenille stems out of the way so you can do a perfect knot back here. Twist it about 3 or 4 times. And that's what it should look like. I'll do one more just to show you. Get the bottom one. Make sure it's facing towards the top. Even it out if need. Now crunch it together. Straighten it up if you have to. Get you the other one of the small ones. Now I put the first one, the Happy Easter was on the bottom and the eggs on top. Well, I'm going to switch it out and put the eggs on bottom and Happy Easter on top. And you can do yours that way if you want. Make sure you do it tight. And again, just do it to the 2 that's in the center. And I always find it best to flip it over like I did the first one. Move the chenille stems, the other ones, out of the way. And pull it tight. Now twist. About 3 or 4 times. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do all mine, and you work on yours while I am, and I will see you in a few minutes. Okay, now that we have all the ribbon going around, take your bunny. First cut the jute rope. Might be able to just take it and push it through. Like that. That way you can use that for something else. Now flip it around. And take this apart. If it's got staples in it like mine, it should pull right out. And do the same to the carrots. Okay, now you'll need 2 chenille stems, 1 for the bunny, and your glue gun. That's why I said you would need your glue gun for this. Put it in the center of the bunny. And put quite a bit of glue on. Now get one of these tags, and I just tear it right down the center. This helps it hold on to it for longer while it dries. So while that one's drying, let's do the carrots. Excuse me. Let's cut it in half, I forgot. Glue it on. Now remember to put quite a bit of glue on these so they'll stick and it'll last longer. And we're almost finished. All we have to do is tie these to the wreath and we'll be finished. Okay. Let's see if this is dry. We'll let it sit for a few minutes and then we'll put it on. Okay, now let's get these on there. The glue should look kind of like that when it's okay. It'll dry more for those if this is your first time. Now figure out where you want to put it. Let's put the Easter Bunny right there. Have some glue there. So take your chenille stem and put it down in between the wire rack. Now make sure you do it kind of tight. Now, put the happy here and the Easter here. And again, just lift up your ribbon. I'm putting this on this very center wire, the one in the center. Put one of the chenille stems on one side and the other end on the other. And just twist it about 3 or 4 times. And then let's put Easter right there. Just flip it over, that way you can see. That's why I try to use different color chenille stems. That way you can see when yours is coming through. Sometimes it'd be a bit tricky with all the mesh and everything that's already there. Now once you get it through, just twist it 2 or 3 times. And then here, once you fluff it, fluff your ribbon, and here's your Easter wreath. Let me turn this camera up so you can see. There you go. Alright, I had fun doing this DIY with y'all. If you liked it, hit that thumbs up. It'll really help my channel grow. Share with your friends and subscribe to my channel and hit that bell right next to it. That way you won't miss any future videos and DIYs that I have. I do DIYs and hauls. And leave a comment. I'd really love to hear from you. And for those who are subscribing, thank you very much. Thanks for taking the time to check my channel out. And I would really love to have you as part of my family here on YouTube. I hope y'all have a safe and happy day.